Hello guys, good morning. How are you? I hope everyone is good. We successfully completed the chapter first, significance and importance of management. And now the time for the second chapter, the principles of management. The principles of management. After completing the significance and importance of management, the very most thing is the principles of management. How the management will work, on what basis the management will work. That basis we can learn in the chapter principles of management. Yes. In the first chapter, we discussed what are the objectives, what are the features, what are the importance, what are the characteristics, and what management is nature. Is it science or is it karma? Sorry, is it profession or is it art? And what are the features and what is coordination? What are the functions of management? Everything we discussed and learned in the first chapter. And in the second chapter, we how to learn that management, how it will work. That management, what is the nature of that management and what are the principles of management towards working in the organization. What are the basic things or what the things it will stand on management, that will learn in the chapter principles of management. Principles of management. Yes. In this chapter, in principles of management chapter, we can learn so many things. That is meaning of principles, nature of principles, scientific principles, general principles, everything you can learn in the chapter principles of management. And before going to the principles of management, you should know the meaning of principles. You should know the meaning of principle. What are the principles? Just think about it. What are the principles? That principles means, suppose we can observe many things in the society. In the backside of auto, someone wrote in the backside of the auto, that is Tande Tayi Ashirvada, and something like that. And in our personal life also, we will use some quotes in our surroundings. That means honesty is the best asset of human life, or hard work is the key for hard work is the key for success. These are the quotes we generally we are using in our daily life. That is, in the society, some auto drivers are using some quotes. That is Tantai Ashirvada, something like that. And second one, in our daily life, we are using some quotes. That is, honesty is the asset of human life, and hard work is the key of success. In this manner, each and every person having their own principles. Each and every person having their own principles. Everyone working on their principles. Suppose as a student, you are also having principles. That is, suppose if you are writing exams, you will not copy anything. That means that is your principle. That is, whatever marks I am getting, that marks is enough for me. I will not copy any. I will not do copy from others. That is your principle. And some people are there. That people will think in other side. That is, whatever should happen, whatever happened, I should get marks. So here there are two principles. One student is using one principle, and the student is using another principle. The first student is using the principle is don't copy others. The second principle, I just want marks. The way is not optional. The first student is saying, I don't want more marks because I will not copy. The first principle. The second student is saying, whatever I don't know, just I want marks. This is second student principle. So, are you getting the meaning of principle? Principle means how we are working, and what way we are working, and what are the basic thing we are thinking about our work. That is called principles of management. In the first, there are two things. I already explained you with the two students. At the same time, we have different principles of management. Mainly two principles. One is scientific principles, another one is gender principles. One is scientific principles and second one is gender principles. And before going to the principles, before going to the nature of principles, we should know the meaning of principle. We should know the meaning of principle. What is principle? Principle means the code, the behavior, the code or behavior or the pattern which we will use for behaving ourselves with others, with ourselves. Principle means the code, the pattern, the way we are thinking or the behavior which is using by ourselves with others. That is called principle. That principle means, suppose if a person is not trusting on other person, means he will not talk with him. He will not trust on with him. Means the principle of that person is trust no one. Just take the principle of trust no one. Trust no one principle, what it will describe, what it will explain, that will describe don't trust anyone. Don't trust anyone. That means the principle which is adopted by the person is not trusting anyone. ನಂಬಿಕೆ ಯಾರು ನಂಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ತತ್ವ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ, ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುವಂಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರು ನಂಬಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ. ಕಾರಣ ಅವನು ಏನು ತತ್ವ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ? ಡೋಂಟ್ ಟ್ರಸ್ಟ್ ಎನಿವನ್. ಅಂತ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ? ಅವನು ಯಾರು ನಂಬಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅವನ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್, ನಡತೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಮೇಲೆ ಬೇಸಾಗಿದೆ? ಅವನ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಾಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೇಸಾಗಿದೆ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಲವಾಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಪ್ರೀತಿಸಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ತತ್ವ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ? ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡೋದು. So the principle which is adapted by the person, the principle which is adapted by the person, that will define how to behave in the surroundings. How to behave in the surrounding. That is called principle. Anything you can take. That is, some people will say in WhatsApp we can observe some different quotes. Trust no one. That means you will not trust anyone. Love all. You will love all the persons, or you will make friendship with all the people. That means what are the principles we are having? That the people's behavior is based on principles. The people behavior is based on the principles. Are you getting? That is called principles. Just take the meaning of principles. Principles are the behaviors of human beings with other people, with surroundings. That is called principle. So, but we don't want the principles and what are the principles? We don't want. Just we have to know the principles of management. Before going to the principles of management, we should know the two principles of two greatest persons. That is, first one, Warren Buffett. The Warren Buffett main principle is never lose money. Never lose money. So that means he will always work on money. He will always work on money. That means his principle is never lose money. Never lose money, because his principle is never lose money. That is the reason Warren Buffett is saying he is never lose money, because he is working on the principle never lose money. And another quote or another principle of Bill Gates. The Bill Gates principle is, if you can't make it good, at least make it look good. ನೀವು ಒಂದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕಾದ್ರೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ he will work on this quote. He will work on this principle. So Warren Buffett principle is never lose money, and Bill Gates principle is, if you can't make it good, at least make it look good. These are the principles of two greatest persons. At the same time, these two people working on these principles, Warren Buffett will not accept losing of money. Bill Gates always working on this principle. Means if you can't make it good, ಅದನ್ನು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. So never lose money, and if you can't make it good, at least make it look good. These are principles by the two greatest people, and these two people are working on these principles. In the same manner, we have to follow our principles on our working environment, on our working system. ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ? ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ? ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅವು ಈ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಏನಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಅವರ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ನಾವು ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. Principles of management. We are talking about principles of management in the chapter. Before going to the meaning of principles of management, we have to know the nature of management. After understanding the features of nature of principles of management, we can easily learn what is the meaning of principles of management. ಈ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಾವು ಕಲ್ತ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಅದರ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಏನು ಅಂತ ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ ಇದರ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ನೇಚರ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕಬಿಲಿಟಿ. Universal, the word is saying that. Word is only saying that it is universal. It is not only working on one group of people. It is not working on one group of industries, one sector of organization. It is principles of management is applicable for all the organization, all the people, whether it is small scale industries or large scale industries, whether it is service sector or manufacturing organization, whether it is profit organizations or non-profit organizations. Everywhere where you can find there is organization, means where there is a organization structure, where there is a number of people at a place, we have to adopt the principles of management. Principles of management, the first nature is it is universally applicability. That is, what are the principles of management we are having? The principles we can apply, we can adopt in any place. Maybe it is organization, it is profit organizations or non-profit organizations, or service sector or manufacturing organization, whether it is small scale organization or large scale organization. The presence of principal management is compulsory. ನಮಗೆ ನಿರ್ವಹಣಾ ತತ್ವಗಳು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯ ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಕೈಗಾರಿಕೆಗಳಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಸೇವಾ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಾಗ್ಬೋದು, ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಾಗ್ಬೋದು, ಸಣ್ಣ ಸೇವಾ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಾಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಉತ್ಪಾದನಾ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಾಗ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದರೂ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾರ್ವತ್ರಿಕ ಅನ್ವಯಿತೆ. ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ the principles of management are applicable to all type of organization, that may be small scale or large scale, or service sector or manufacturing sector, or service industry or manufacturing industry, or profit organizations are non-profit organization. And there is first nature of principles of management. Second one, cause and effect relationship. Cause and effect relationship. So just I will give the just one example, that is discipline. Discipline. So when we adopt the discipline principle in our organization, the answer is when there is no discipline. When there is no discipline. ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ಶಿಸ್ತು ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ನಾವು ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲಿನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇಲ್ಲದೇ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ರೀಸನ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ. ಡಿಸಿಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಶಿಸ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಯಾವಾಗ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? when there is no discipline. ಕಾರಣ after adopting the discipline we will get an effect. So that organization will go in a smooth manner. Organization ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸ್ಮೂತ್ ಆಗಿ ರನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ cause and effect relationship. So while adopting any principle in our organization, while adopting any principle in our system, for adopting any principle in our surroundings, there is a one cause, and after adopting that principle in our organization, definitely we can expect one impact, one effect. That is the reason that each and every principle of management is based on cause and effect relationship. Because if we want to adopt principles in our organization, we should have cause. For after adopting the principle in our organization, definitely we will get one effect. That is the concept of cause and effect relationship. Cause and effect relationship. And third one, general guidelines. So if there is any problem, is these principles of management will not provide ready-made solutions. Because the principles of management are not solutions. They are only guidelines. Because it will not give solution. It will not provide any ready-made answers. It just provide guidelines. ಇದು ಕೇವಲ ಉತ್ತರಗಳನ್ನ ಪರಿಹಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೇವಲ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ ಹೊತ್ತು ಇದು ಯಾವತ್ತು ಕೂಡ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಇದು ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕೊಡೋದು. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೈಡ್ಲೈನ್, ಜನರಲ್ ಗೈಡ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್. ವೈ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲಿಂಗ್ ಜನರಲ್ ಗೈಡ್ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ only because these principles of management will not provide ready-made solutions. It just provide guidelines for the management. That is the one. And flexible. The fourth one is flexible. The principles of management which we are adopting in our organization are not fixed, not rigid, not fixed. They are flexible. We can change our principles according to the situation. We can change our principles according to the nature. We can change our principles according to the people. We can change our principles according to the environment. That is flexible. Why we are calling the principles of management are flexible means only the reason is we can change the principles according to the situation, according to the environment, according to the pattern, according to the circumstances. That is called flexible. The first one is universal applicability. It is applicable to all people. Cause and effect relationship. There is a cause and effect. General guidelines. They are providing guidelines, not ready-made solution. And flexible. They are not fixed. They are changing from one. We can change the principles according to situations, according to statements, according to circumstances, according to the environment. We can change the principles. The first nature of principle is independent applicability. Second one is cause and effect relationship, but maybe it will change in your textbook or in your notes. But it is also one of the nature. And the third one is general guidance, and fourth one is flexible. And then next one is formed by practice and experimentation, and mainly behavioral and continuous. And what is the meaning of these three things? I will explain now. Formed by practice and experimentation. So the principles which are basic for management, the principles which are working for organization, the principles which are performing for organization, they are not evolved in one day. They are not developing in one month, or they are not developing in one experiment. They are the result of practice and experimentation. Practice and experimentation. The FW Taylor or Henry Fire, both of the people are the engineers. Both of the people are engineers. They are worked as a supervisors. They performed work as a supervisors. At the time, they made number of experimentations because that is necessary for them. Because there are number of group of people for handling them, for managing them. They have to depend on some principles. That is the reason they worked on their principles. They performed on their principles. They worked on their principles, and they made number of experimentations. After the practice of number of principles and experimentations, we got mainly two types of principles. One is general principles and scientific principles. General principles and scientific principles. Why I am telling this means these principles are not evolved in one day. These principles are not resulted in one experimentation. They are the result of number of practicing sessions. They are the result of number of experiments. They are the result of hard work of many managers, many people, and their wisdom, their knowledge, their vision, everything contributed for the purpose of principles of management. The reason these principles are based on, formed by practice and experimentation. Principles of management. These are the result of hard work. These are the result of vision. These are the result of performance. These are the result of practice. These are the result of experimentation. That is the reason we are calling formed by practice and experimentation. Formed by practice and experimentation. The next one is mainly behavior. Mainly behavior. The main purpose of adopting principles of management in our organization. The main purpose of applying the principles of management in our organization. The main theme of principles of management working in our organization. The only reason is behavior. Changing the behavior of people. Changing the behavior of the pattern. Changing the behavior of a group of people. The reason is we are using principles of management. Why we are using principles of management is changing the behavior of human beings, changing the behavior of workers, changing the behavior of human resource, changing the behavior of other people, changing the behavior of other people. That is the reason it is mainly behavior. Mainly behavior. Because we have to change the behavior of people. Because if the person is going in a wrong way, we have to adopt a principle for making them to go right track. If a person is not working as per the instruction of superiors, at the time we should adopt unity of command, unity of direction. That is called behavior. If we have to change the behavior of the people, we need principles of management. Next, contingent. Suppose we are adopted number of principles. But the principles are not contingent. The principles we are adopting in our organization, it will not give proper success or what the expected success. That means in the organization there is number of problems, number of clashes, number of disturbances. At the time we adopted one principle. The principle is unity of, discipline. Maybe it may work out or may not. ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಘಾಟೆಗಳಾಗಿದೆ, ಅಷ್ಟು ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳಾದಾಗ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಸೇಮ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು we cannot expect. We cannot expect result from the principles of management. Just we can apply, just we can adapt, just we can use the principles of management, but the result which is not, we cannot decide because it may change from one situation to another situation. Suppose I am adopting one principle, but maybe the principle may not work in some situation. That is the reason it is not contingent. It may change. It will not give expected result. Maybe it will give unexpected result, or it will give another. It will go for another direction. That is the reason it is contingent. Are you clear? So just think about the principles of management. Everyone, please think about the principles of management, because everyone, every person, every individual is working for principles of management. Every person is working for the principles, because in your home your mother is working for the principle. In your house your father is working with the principle. Your brother is working on basis of principles. Your teacher is working on the basis of principle. But at the same time our management also working as per principles. Why? What the reason is, if we have to stand on one perspective means we should have proper principles. If there is no principles means the behavior will not control. Suppose if we have to respect women means we should have proper principles. Suppose if we have to treat elders properly means we should have principles. If we have to treat everyone is equal means we should have proper principles. So for behaving with others, behaving with society, behaving with our surroundings, we should have principles. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿರಿಯರ ಜೊತೆ, ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಜೊತೆ, ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಜೊತೆ ಹೆಂಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡೋದು, ತಿಳಿಸೋದು ಯಾವುದಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮೈನು ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಟು ನೋ. ವೆನ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್, ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಟು ನೋ. ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಕಾರಣ ನನಗೆ ತತ್ವಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಇರಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ತತ್ವಗಳು ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಾವು ತತ್ವ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಕಾಫಿ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರನೂ ನಕಲು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು, ಕಾಪಿ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಅಡಾಪ್ಟೆಡ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್. ನಾವು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಮೋಸ ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ತತ್ವ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಮೋಸ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೋಗೋದು. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಮೇನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್. ಆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್. At the same time, the principles are really important for management. How the principles are important for the human life, and at the same time, the principles for management also necessary. And why they are necessary is we have different type of natures, characteristics. The first one is they are universal as acceptable. The second one is general guidelines. Third one is cause and effect relationship. Fourth one is flexible. Fifth one is formed by practice and experimentation. And mainly behavioral and contingent. These are the reasons, they are the characteristics of principles of management. Principles of management. This meaning, concept and principles of management. And tomorrow or next class I will explain the meaning of principles of management. Meaning of principles of management. Why means after completing this one, formed by nature of principles of management, you will get to know them. Just what is that? You will get one curiosity. What is principle of management? So just it is necessary for all organization. It is guidelines. It is cause and effect relationship. It is formed by practice and experimentation. Everything. Just take it into your mind. I will give clarity in next class. What is principles of management? What is principles of management? Because we should know the background of principles of management. Background of the principles of management. And then we will get to know the meaning of principles of management and what principles you are adopting what principles your friends are adopting, just go through it. Or what are the principle you are having in your 10th? What are the principles you had in your 7th class, 8th class? Or know what the principle you are adopted in your PUC. These just go through it. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಪಿ ಯು ಸಿಲಿ ಯಾವ ತತ್ವ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅಥವಾ ನನ್ನ ಲೈಫ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಏನು, ಅಥವಾ ನಾನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಐಡಿಯಾ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್, ನಾನು ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಆ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೋ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಈಸಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ದ ನೇಚರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೆಸರಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಅದು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. I will explain how it is important for organization in the future classes. But the main thing you should know what is your principle and how you are performing on your principle. This is must for your future. That is the reason. Just go through it. I will explain the remaining concept and what the concept we are not covered, that is meaning of principles of management. I will explain in the next class. Thank you, Ananda.